Audi R8. And this ties into the exhibit we actually just covered upstairs. So this is part of our Hollywood Dream Machines exhibit. It's a Audi R8 V10. It's the last year of the R8 V10. And it's in this kind of exploding format, so you can really see that fabulous V10 engine. And the reason why it's part of the Hollywood exhibit is because this particular one in this configuration was actually Tony Stark's car from Iron Man 2. So very, very cool example. Audi just generously donated this car to us. So now this sculpture is part of our collection. And it's something that we'll cherish for a very, very, very long time. And it sits right next to its grandfather, and probably the most valuable car in the vault and even in the museum. This is the 1947 Ferrari 125S. The 125S is considered the first Ferrari, or the first Ferrari to wear a prancing horse badge. This car has been rebodied. It was raced initially. It features the smallest displacement V12 engine at just 1.5 liters.
It was like $90 million.
And this is a really amazing car for us to be able to share with the public. I don't think most people are able to get this close to a car that has this much historical significance. And that's, again, one of the coolest things about the vault. But a lot of pedigree stems from this car, and ripples through the other Ferraris that we have down here in the collection. Probably a car that you've never seen. The XL Sport was actually derived from the 1-liter concept that Porsche challenged the Volkswagen designers to come up with. And the 1-liter project was, how could you go 100 miles on 1 liter of petrol or gasoline? And in order to do that, the 1-liter concept was pretty much like a lozenge shape. It was a very long, narrow car for aerodynamics. It used a motorcycle or Ducati engine because motorcycle engines are highly efficient. And it was able to achieve that big milestone. And that 1-liter project turned into and developed into the XL Sport, which was a sports car, extremely lightweight. You can look at the cabin, the aerodynamics of the car, extremely low drag coefficient because it narrows and the passenger and the driver actually sit offset, which is very similar to one of the first Porsches, the Type 64. And it still is powered by a Ducati engine. So a car that we've really never seen in the States up until now, and just an amazing piece of engineering prowess. But they do sit next to a very special Porsche. This is a 1964 Porsche 901. And the 901 is unique in that this was supposed to be the 911. For those of you who don't know the story, Peugeot owned the trademark for any designation number that had a 0 separating it. And the way that Porsche created their model numbers were by project codes. So 901 was the 901st project that Porsche had ever endeavored to build. But unfortunately, because Peugeot owned that trademark, they went from 901 to 911. And in that trademark issue, they actually produced 82 cars that were never intended for personal use, and we are extremely lucky to have one of those vehicles in the collection.